Hi all, welcome to my channel. So today I'll bring up very interesting topic. Today we will see, is it possible to create a database with a two different file extension, with a file extension not .mdf and LDF. Okay, as we know that whenever we create a database in SQL Server, okay, by default SQL Server will create two files on the backend. One is primary data file, which is having an extension .mdf, and it will create one log file which is having, which usually having extension .ldf. Okay, so as we know that mdf stands for master database file, okay, and ldf stand for log database file. Okay, so whenever we create a database, two files will be created on backend, which is very important. But in this session we will learn, is it possible we can create a database with a different file name extension other than MDF and LDF? Is it necessary to have this file extension? So I'll show you the page from the Microsoft, which says, if you see my screen here, it says that primary, secondary, and transaction log file, three files usually database have. In primary file, if you see this statement, the recommended file name extension for the primary data file is .mdf. Okay, master data file. So recommended file name extension is this. So Microsoft is not forcing us to use the .mdf file extension. It is recommended file name extension. Similarly, for secondary data file, the recommended name extension is .ndf, and for same for the log file, it is LDF. So that means, is that means that we can create a database with a different file name extension. So let's go and we will see in the demonstration. So let me open the SSMS here. So as you can see, I have opened this SSMS and I have connected with one SQL Server instance. The name of SQL Server instance is this, okay, in my system. For you, you can have a different SQL Server instance. So I have connected to one of the SQL Server instance here. And here, if you can see here that I have only two databases, AdventureWorks and TestFile. So I'm going to, let's see if the usual what we, if we create a new database, what will happen? Let me create a new query. You can create a database with the help of the query, or you can right click on the database and just create a new database. Okay, you can create through wizard. So let me, you can type the name here and then you can click on OK. So if you do so, that you can see it will create your mdf and ldf file. Let me see here, let me show you. If I type name as sample test, okay, so it will create in this location. Let me copy this location, so that copy this location. Okay, now I'm going and click on OK button here. So I have defined my database name as a sample test. I have created through the wizard, and if you see here that it has been created. If I go and check the properties to see where the file is been created, the MDF and LDF file. So right click and open this properties of the new database. Go to the files, and if you see, right click here, and if you see here the file name, primary file name, it has created with an MDF, and transaction file it has created with LDF. Okay, so by default it is doing like that. What we wanted to see, we need to check whether we can create a database with a different file name extension. So if we take the help of the wizard, it will create the MDF and LDF. So in that case, we need to create a query. To create an, we need to take the help of the query to create a new database. So for that instance, let me create database. Let's see, sample db file. Okay, so this is sample file db. Let me take the name like this, sample file db. Okay, so this is my db, and I wanted to specify the location of the primary and secondary file. So this is the syntax. I wanted, so create database and the name of the database on primary. So primary file, where I wanted to create So I need to provide the logical name and I need to provide the file name. Here I need to provide, we need to provide what the location where you wanted to keep the primary file. Similarly, let me copy to speed up the things here. Similarly, two parameters we need to add it here. So this will be my logical name for the primary file, and this will be logical name for my transaction file. So I wanted to keep the file in some other location. Let's say I have one location here on data. Okay, I want my primary and sorry, copy this location. I want my primary file, okay, and transaction log file would be created in this location. So I have copied this path and pasted over here, and I need to specify the name of the file as well. Okay, so I'll copy this name here and dot here. Instead of mdf, I'll use the pdf. Okay, I wanted my primary data file to be created with the name extension of .pdf. Okay, don't worry, this database will be going to work with this file as well. Okay, then let me take the same thing and me create the file for this session is going to be interesting. You just see till the end to see whether this database what we are going to create with this different file name extension is going to work or not. Okay, jpg, jpg. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create one database with the name sample file db. I wanted to create a primary database file, like primary database file with this name, okay, having extension .pdf, and I wanted to create the ldf file with an extension jpg. Okay, so I'm going select this query and execute it. So let's see it got executed. Let me refresh the database. Sample file db, it got executed, it got created. Okay, if you wanted to see the file name, go to the properties. Go to the properties on the files, you see, scroll to the right side, you see file name is sample file db data.pdf sample file data log.jpg. Okay, and where it got located in this location. So let's go to the location as well and we'll see whether the file is created or not. So here it is created. Okay, so this is our primary file and this is our transaction log file. Okay, and by default it is of 8 MB file. If you see here, I have another database also which is having the MDF and LDF location file name extension. See, SQL Server database primary file test file name. If you see in the database, I have test file name database as well, which is created by with very which is created with usual practice. Okay, so usually if you create a database this way it will be created, and by default it is 8 MB. So I have created this table, this database with a different file extension, and it is also having 8 MB. So let me check. So might be the question will be arises on your mind, okay, is it fine that we can create a database? So is this database is going to work? Yes, this database is going to work. So what I'll do, me expand it and see the database. This database is same exactly as will function like other any other database. So let me create one database in this state in this let me create one table in this database. Okay, just simple table I'll create it, and I'll insert this record and I'll show you that this primary file is going to expand as the data is getting inserted here. And I'll take the backup as well of this database, and this backup will be working fine. Okay, let's create table test. Give simple like id int and another column as name with column with database like 20. This is fine. So I'm keeping this table very simple, no index, nothing, not incremented columns, nothing is it. So I have created this database, and if you refresh this and if you see we will be having this test database table. Okay, so similarly the database in any, like any other database, it is also allowing us to create a table like that. So there is no difference. Let me insert few record and see. I'll show you. I'll give value like 1 comma test, and I want this value to be inserted like for 2000 times. Why I'm inserting the same record 20,000 times? Because I wanted to show you that this database file, primary database file, is going to expand. It will prove you that the database is going data what we are going to insert in the database is what do you call, is working correctly. Okay, so let's go back here. So this go means this go statement, actually what it keyword will do, it will give the command to the SQL server that go ahead and execute the query which is written above my head. Okay, so if I give like 20,000, so that means go and execute the same query like 20,000. Okay, by 20,000. So going ahead and execute it. Okay, sorry. So there will be no semicolon here. So if you see, it is going to execute and it will take some time. Go to the message, and if you see, beginning execution loop. Okay, so it is a kind of loop, and one row affected, one row affected. If you see, so it will be done for 20,000 times. Okay, so it is executing as of now. And if you go ahead and see here, see, the primary database file is the same size, but transaction log file, if you have noticed that it got increased like 1,39,264 KB. Okay, it got it got increased because we are going to insert statement. We are inserting something, so it will be updating our log file. So okay, it got executed in 28 second. Okay, see here, primary database file is not okay, it has not grown. So let me insert few more records. Again, let me insert. So right now we have 8 MB and we have this much of file for the log. It got increased like 264 KB in the log file got increased, but primary file is still the same. So we need to insert so many of records here. Okay, let's see, this time got increased. So let me check this time. So ideally it should increase. So it depends on the how much data you are having in this database. So as long as you insert the database, it will show you that the database is working fine. If you see here, that log file is getting increasing. Okay, now it becomes 2 lakhs 04 800 KB, and still my query is still executing. Okay guys, so see here, I have canceled the query because I have seen that the size is getting increased. So if you see here, the PDF file, which is our MDF file, sorry, which is our primary file, is now increased by 73 MB. If you see, 73 728 KB. Initially it was 8 MB. Now it got increased, And similarly, we our log file is also getting increased by 4 lakh 408 kb. Okay, so you see, if we create a database with a different file name extension, then also it's going to work in the same time, similar manner. We can create a table, we can insert the record. Okay, so everything is fine, it will behave like the normal database. Now what we can I can show you, like we can take the backup of this database, and we will try to restore it to see whether the data which is stored in the database is correct format or not. So whether the SQL Server will allow us to restore the database which has been created in the file, which has been created with the help of the files with a different file extension. Okay, so that testing we will do it here. So how we can take the backup? Right click here, there is the option task, there is a backup. Okay, so click on the backup option here. Now it is asking me where do you want to save your backup file. Okay, it is asking me what is the destination where you wanted to keep the backup of this database. So I do not want this backup file in the C drive. Okay, try do not keep the backup file in the C drive. Okay, it is not a good practice. So I'll remove it, and then I click on add button. I'll click on this three ellipse button, and I'll go to my E drive. I think in F drive I have a backup folder here. In this folder I wanted to take the backup. So here also you see you can take the backup file. So I'll give the name of the database by which file. Always try to keep the file name of the backup with the same name what we have in the database. Okay, and BAK. So click here, click on OK, select this, click on OK. So you see executing 100%. The backup is also been restored. Backup is also been taken up. Okay. So we have, so it means that database is correct. We are able to create a backup of this database. Okay. We'll go to that location backups. Here you see sample file DB. Okay. Now I'm going ahead and delete this database. I'll show you how we can restore the backup file. I'm going to delete the backup file here. Sorry, I'm going to delete the database. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. Okay, we got one error. What is the error? Cannot drop because it isn't currently in use. Okay, so let me cancel it. Close all the queries here. Now I try to delete this database. So this time it got deleted. Okay, so if you see wanted to, so we have a backup file, and whenever we delete the database, the respective primary and the log file is also been deleted. Okay, if you see, we had PDF and the JPG file of this database is also been deleted from this location. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we need to restore that database from this location, from the backup file. Okay, so I'll go here how we can take the restore how we can restore the database. So right click on the database, there is an option restore database, click on restore database option. So it is asking me, so do you want to restore the database which is available database, or do you want to restore the database from the backup file? So we wanted to restore the database from the backup file, and from where, I mean it is asking the device. So we wanted to take, so we need to add the backup file here, which we have taken in F drive under the backup sample file db. So this is our backup file, so it is added here. Click on OK. Okay, click on OK. So on the top you see restoring sample file db full database backup, and it got succeeded 100%. Okay, see here progress bar, it is completed. refresh your database. See, it is, it came again. Okay, so that means the database, we can create a database with a file name of a different extension. It is perfectly okay, but the recommendation from the SQL server is that we need to create a database with the primary file having the .mdf extension and transition file with the ldf extension, so that it would be easy for us. Okay, and we always should follow the good practice or the best practice recommended by the Microsoft. Okay, so but it is not a rule. If anybody asks you, so you should have a knowledge that no, it is not a rule to have a MDF and LDF file with the same this extension. We can create a file, primary file and LDF file, transaction log file with a different file extension as well. But as because it is a recommended one, so we need to keep practice of this. And also I wanted to forget to show you one thing. So this database is restored, and if you wanted to check the file extension, it will restore with the same file extension PDF and JPG. So go to that location where we earlier we had the file, so it is got restored and with the same size. Okay, with the size which we have left of. Okay, so this way you can this way I think you understand that now you understand that we can create a database with a different file name extension as well. But it is not recommended because I mean in 2 months or 3 months or in after a year you will not be able to understand what is this. Is this a PDF file or is this the primary base file, right? So to keep ourselves like this, if you see this file, it is saying the type is SQL Server database primary database file and the transaction log file. Okay, but for here we do not find that thing because it is the type of PDF. So it becomes very difficult or clumsy for us to understand whether this is a database file or a PDF file. Okay, so it is not recommended, but yes, we can create a database with this another different file name extension as well. It is not a rule to keep to having a MDF and LDF extension. So I think guys you like the video, and please let me know in case you have any queries related to this video. Thank you and have a nice day.